Hey there, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Leo, Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. As soon as I turned on the camera, my forehead started itching, and now my nose is itching. So Spirit is going to be all over this reading. Spirit's been active today, but this is something a whole other new level. So let's see what we're going to get going on here. I'm going to get you some overall cards, some cards for the overall energy. But this energy this week is really around what did you release and let go of during that full moon, as far as forgiving yourself and others, shame, blame, guilt, those kinds of feelings were really highlighted for things to release. So if you haven't been working on that, now is a great time to do that, to create space for that new moon that's coming in next week. And so this is a week of soul growth and realignment is what I just heard, realignment. Wow, I knew it. Okay, wow. You guys got a book full of them here. So let's just see what we have going on for your energy. I can tell there's a lot happening with you. All right. So okay. So 7, 8, 9, not all of the same suit, but definitely some progressive energy going on. So we have the 7 of Pentacles followed by the 8. Well, actually 8 of Pentacles is the last card. So the first card out was the 7 of Pentacles. This is that energy of waiting and waiting to see if that idea that you planted, is it growing? If you pull it up too soon to find out, then you're not going to get, look, there's stuff happening beneath the surface that you can't see, is what I'm being told. There is divine timing at work, and so you can't see everything. So you're being encouraged to hang in there and keep nurturing and keep pruning, creating space for new growth to come in. You have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, there you are, looking magnificent. You have something, oh really? Say that again. Okay, so it says make your own kind of music. Oh, it's that song, sing your own special song. Make your own kind of music, even if no one else wants to sing along. That's very Aquarian energy, and Aquarius is across the zodiac from you. And so a lot of times when you're across the zodiac, you pick up that energy. They have what you need, you have what they need, and that makes a nice synergy. We're working together. And so usually the Leo to me is like that Queen of Wands energy, like you're orchestrating a whole bunch of people, and you're being asked to focus on you, not orchestrating a whole bunch of other people, but what makes you happy, what makes your heart sing with joy. Where's the joy? Where's the music for you? Oh, I knew there. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. You have options. You have options. You're looking to see if something is growing or not. You want to make your own music, and you have options. So I want to say, don't focus on what everybody else wants or needs. Like that is almost like should not be a concern. This is you focusing on your needs, your wants, what works for you. What will you find emotionally satisfying when you move your way forward? You have the 9 of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. 9 of Wands. This is, look at that little, okay, she's standing guard, like nobody's getting over my boundary here, but literally, I mean, a jackrabbit could get over that boundary. And I mean, mice can climb through it. There's nothing stopping anything from getting in there, right? And there's nothing keeping you in there. You can step right over it. And so it's an imaginary boundary. It's an imaginary. She has her eyes closed though, and she is focusing on her intuition, I guess. But I just feel like this is not 8 of Swords where you're stuck in a prison of your own making. But I do think that you can't move forward right now on something, but you probably can. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands. So you have the Knight and the 9. Maybe you're nearing the end of the cycle and you're getting ready to go out there and create your own music. we have self-mastery here of the Eight of Pentacles. So from the 7 to start to the 8 to finish. And I think this is a week where you figure out what it is you really want, what is of value to you, what is worth your time and your effort, and what brings you the joy and the happiness. So you got a big week ahead of you. Let's get into the cards. Okay, so we are in the nighttime hours, and I have the lights on, and that always messes with the reflection of the card. So just bear with me, and we'll see what we get here. All right, so we start out with the moon in Libra. That's a very nice, comfortable energy for you. The moon in Libra is, for you, your third house of communication. This is communicating in a very balanced way. And the moon is in the arena of finding balance. And so with that trining Saturn and Mercury and Jupiter, this is about where are the structures, the healthy boundaries, and how can you expand from the 7 to the 8, and how can you communicate that out? The Knight of Wands playing the music, right? What brings the joy, what brings the pleasure? And so I think the whole week starts out with you really assessing where you are now and what is the next steps on this journey of the tension, the seed of intention that you planted when the moon was new in Aquarius on February 11th. So listen to that voice inside your head, the one that helps you to make the right choices. This is listening to your intuition. This lady has her eyes closed. She's listening to her intuition because she's hanging onto that fire that's reaching up and getting divine inspiration is what that feels like. You are receiving from angels. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. So I also feel like you are guided and protected through this process, but you have cultivating prosperity. That is the 7 into the 8. That is cultivating prosperity right there. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. And it looks like you have some options about how you manifest that. So I think the real thing is about what actually brings you the joy and the happiness is the big choice to make here. The moon is going to square with Pluto up there in Capricorn, and that is about structure and transformation around the structures. like, is this a safe structure? Does this actually get you where you want to go, or do you need something a little more substantial, or do you need to just step over and move on? How are you gonna transform that energy? So Tuesday afternoon at 3:38, the moon is going to move into into Scorpio. I guess not. I was like almost. So Tuesday actually it's not really a void of course moon, but it kind of has some energy around it. So I feel like there's a real opportunity to really tap into your intuition, especially with that 7 of Cups there. And I haven't really picked that up for anyone else. So I think that is something just because of where everything is placed and how it's going to affect you. So use this as an opportunity to do a little self-reflection, to understand that other people are reflecting the way they treat you, the way they speak to you. They're reflecting back to you either your own insecurities or theirs. And so there is a need to place this healthy boundary around yourself where you say, well, your thoughts and your feelings regarding me really are not my business. I'm going to focus on how I think and how I feel about what is important to me. I understand that what true beauty is and that it comes from the inside. And so we've got if you look at this, there's flowers and butterflies, but if you look at it another way, you might be able to see the face. It is about perspective, and you're being asked to find to shift your perspective, to see the beauty of yourself and of your soul and what makes you happy, what makes you sing with joy. Okay, really delving into your intuition. It's a big deal this week. Spend a little time listening to Spirit and allowing Spirit to show you where it is that you are your next steps, and to light the way for the choice and the decision that you're making that's helping you to cultivate the prosperity in your life. Really paying attention to your dreams. So meditation time, dream time, big, really highlighted anyway during Sun in Pisces. But we also have the moon going to trine Neptune overnight, Wednesday into Thursday, and so lots of information can come through with that. Wednesday afternoon evening at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., we have Mars moving into Gemini. Mars moving into Gemini will pick up the pace. Things will start clicking along, and we have all the planets moving direct now for like the next 6 weeks, and so things are going to be moving quickly. I will say though that Mars in Gemini, it's kind of, it gets a lot done, but it's a little ADD. So it is the short-term projects. It's the finishing things up. It's the wrapping this up. Oh, I meant to get to that. Oh, I'm going to get that done. Like the long-term projects that you've been trying to get done, maybe picking away at pieces and parts of them, but not really having the expectation of like a big, deep project and being able to go in and sustain that energy. I don't feel like it's going to be like that, especially not with the Sun in Pisces. When the Sun is in Pisces, nap time is important. So work in little sections of energy when they present themselves, and keep at it. That's part of that self-mastery. And so it's just keep working at it, and trimming out what doesn't, trimming out the distractions. Look for the time wasters. Nap time is not a time waster. Look for the things that sap your energy. Don't spend, this is not a time to be Netflix binging. This is a time to be as productive as possible. This is where the growth is going to happen, where you cut things back and you realize just how resilient you are and how much more you can do. And using the wisdom and the knowledge gained from lifetimes and this lifetime where things have just been coalescing into knowledge and wisdom that you can use to develop that self-mastery of moving from the Seven of Pentacles into the energy of the Eight. And so this is a week to really create space and to focus and to really know what it is you're going, and cutting out the distractions. She is cutting out the distractions. She's super high focused. She's cutting out the distractions. He's really focused on what he's doing. He's focused on what he's doing, and she's just listening to spirit and creating the music that makes her happy. So there's a real need for that. So we're back to that creating balance in your life. And this is a balance, I think, of listening to spirit and getting work done. This is also, so work-life balance too, of having something creative to do that brings in the joy and the happiness for you while balancing the productivity of your life, because we have the to be fair. This is to me like the justice card though, and so I feel like there's some kind of a rebalancing of this resilience, right? Something that was taken away is going to be provided in a better way moving forward. You're cultivating prosperity, and so the cutting back in one area allows for growth in another, and so it feels like there's some kind of a karmic balance being brought into your life overall. That moon in Sagittarius, gosh, I don't even remember if I said this, at 5:43 p.m. on Thursday, and so it's there Friday and Saturday. It is going to be coming into a square with Venus up there in Pisces, and Venus brings this wisdom and this, and oh gosh, she knows what she wants and she goes for it, right, in relationships and in matters of finance. And so you're going to have this need to clarify for yourself what it is that you really truly want. But at the same time, that moon is going to be in that energy of making the choices and the decisions, and to create the healthy boundaries, to expand what you want, and to communicate it to yourself when that moon sextiles all the planets that are up there. That's Saturn and Jupiter and Mercury that are in Aquarius. And so this is where you really want to like sit down maybe and write out what it is that you want to create the next part of the structure of what it is that you're going for. You know, the challenge is going to be, how do you maintain and how do you choose what is standing in your way, and how do you bridge the difference from where you are now to where it is you want to go as far as your soul growth goes as far as what you're dreaming. Start by counting your blessings on Sunday. That moon moves into Capricorn at 9:20 p.m. on Saturday, and so it's there on Sunday. And Sunday's a good day to like just take some time and maybe literally write them down. Spend some time thinking about the things in your life that really and truly are working for you. That energy, again, that supportive energy of Venus now saying, have you made your choice? Have you made your decision? And the moon in trine with Uranus in Taurus is like out of the box problem solving, sudden insight and ideas. So spending some time journaling, start with writing your gratitude list and then see where it takes you. So, wow, you have detoxed your friendships. Some of the distractions that I could see you needed to cut out and cut back on some stuff. This is why you're not trying to orchestrate everything, but you're listening to what's important to you. Detox your friendships. So that is step away from social media that for a while maybe, or that group of friends that likes to gossip. That's a real destructive, low vibrational energy of distraction. It may be that you need to release and let some people go in your life because it doesn't bring you balance. It's not serving you. It says your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. And then you have obstacles and blocks being removed. And so I think when you cut out the distractions of the gossipy, low vibrational energy of some relationships. Sometimes it's your family members, and so you can't like walk away from them, your family, but you can create space where you don't talk to them all the time and you don't check their social media and you just, I don't know. I almost feel like if you shut down for like at least this week, just take a breather, take a breath, allow yourself to focus on what's important to you. That's how you get from the 7 to the 8, is by focusing on what's important to you. And you create a bubble around you where other people's thoughts and whatever. Oh, and I just heard this. Okay, so they said, what? Okay, so you have a goal, you have a dream, you have an ambition, keep it to yourself. Because when you subject it to the opinions of others and they're like, well, I don't know if that's such a great idea, maybe you shouldn't do that, that negative energy attaches to it and it makes it harder to promote the growth from the 7 to the 8. So really focusing and visualizing what it is that you want for yourself. Listen to your own music. You aren't orchestrating a group of people right now. You're orchestrating your life. Just yours. So obstacles and blocks are being lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles and blocks that are lifted away. You will now experience and progress. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure your flow of abundance continues. Remember, Sunday was about gratitude, but this is focusing on your stuff. Focusing on your stuff, cutting out the distractions around you. It is fair and equitable to create space for yourself. Do not feel obligated to support other people's crap. You can choose yourself. I think you know that, Leo, but maybe you needed a reminder, and Spirit's like, no, really, you can choose yourself. You can choose to create space for what's important to you. All right, so I really want to focus on, I'm going to read the Knight of Wands here and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like those are the most important part here. I really think that if you cut out the distractions, you will easily figure out the Seven of Cups and which one's the better choice for you. And that self-mastery is so important. And with the Knight of Wands, that energy around creativity. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with infectious feelings of inspiration, which is really hard to do when you're around negative people, right? So a little time to yourself in the pursuit or around supportive people, right? You don't have to necessarily be by yourself, but you don't need to be around the low energy. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with infectious feelings of inspiration. And the Eight of Pentacles. With loving determination and perseverance. Let me read that again. With loving determination, I persevere and I become the person I long to be. That's the ultimate in self-mastery. So avoid the negative, stay in the high vibrational energy, and focus on what it is you want to create. The obstacles are being lifted. So you're going to cultivate the prosperity that you desire. It just requires your time and attention and not listening to the negative Nellies. Tell them to hit the road. All right, you guys have a great week. I will see you next week. We'll do another weekly report, but also the mid-months will be out. So I'll see you then. Until then, create that little space bubble and focus on you. You deserve it. You take care.